Alright, let's look at the homework 1.2, 2.1, problem number 5. Alright, so let's look at this problem. Alright, at the price of $2.25 per bushel, the supply of a certain grain is 70,000 million. So let's try to write down. So you have a couple of information here. So you have x value. I'm going to call it x1 and p1. Alright, so x1 would be 73,000. Oh, sorry, 7,300. Sorry, 7,300 at the price of $2.25. So 2.25. Alright, so then the other one, so we use these piece of information. So for the supply, and at the different price, so here's the another price, so it's a slightly higher price there. So x2 comma p2, this is going to be equal to let's see, 7,700. So we have a 77. Right, 7,700. Then you have at the $2.34. Right, so this is for supply. Right, so supply. Oops, maybe I'll just say S. Alright, so using that, we can find the slope. So M is going to be equal to, alright, so we're going to do P2, which is 2.34 minus P1, 2.25, then divided by, let's see, so x2 would be 7,700 minus 7,300, right? So this is going to be equal to, alright, so this is, let's see, it's going to be 0.09, so 0.09 over, alright, let's see, so 7,700 minus 7,300, so it's going to be 400. Alright, so this is going to be, alright, so I'm going to just, let's see, I'm going to divide through by 100, so this 2 zeros is going to go away. So I'm going to change that to 0.0009, and we'll still have to divide by 4. So this is going to be, alright, so it's a 0.000. Alright, I can put the 2 4s into 9, so it's going to be 2. Alright, so it's going to be 10, so it's going to be another 2 and 5. Alright, so this is going to be the slope. Alright, so by using a point slope form, we can find the equation. So it's going to be a P minus P1, which is 2.25, is equal to, alright, slope is 0.000225 times x minus x1, which is 7,300. Alright, so let's see, we want to write it as P equals mx plus b, so I guess we have to multiply it out. So by applying this guy to x, we get 0.000225, right? Then we apply this guy to negative 7,300, so it's going to be negative, right? I'm going to have to do it on the side. Let's see, so we have 7,300, and then we have to multiply by 0. Let's see, I'm gonna put from here 5, 2, 2, and 0, 0, 0, right, 0.0. So here. Alright, so we multiply these guys together. Alright, so we're gonna get, so I'm gonna ignore the decimal point for now. So 5 times 0 is 0. Oh, actually, I'm gonna probably use the same color. Right, 0, 0, and 3 times 5 is 15. And 5 times 7 is 35, so it's 36 here. So 2, so it's a 0, 0, and then 6, 6 and 14, 1, 4. And the same thing, so you have a 0, 0, 6, 4, 1. Alright. Then you have a 0 here, 0 here, 5 here, and a 2 and 1 more, so it's going to be 8 and 6, so it's going to be 4 and 1 more, so 6, 1. Alright, so let's see how many decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So decimal point should be there. So we get so x. Oh, I forgot x there. And then you have a 1.6425. Alright, we have that. Then we want to let's see, isolate p. So the last step would be add 2.25 to that. Then you're gonna get the p is equal to 0.00025x. Right. Then we have, let's see, 2.25. I have to do 2.25, and we have subtracting 1.6425. So that's what, so it's 5 borrow 1, so it's going to be 9 minus 2, so it's going to be 7, and 4 minus 4 is 0, and borrow 1, so it's going to be 6, right, and that's it. So it's going to be a 0.6075. So it's going to be minus, let's see, it's going to be plus 0.6075. Right, so let's type it in. Alright, so P we found that to be 0.000225 x plus 0.6075. Right, so let's check the answer. Alright, we got that. Alright, then next we want to find the price demand equation. So this is exactly the same thing, except that we have to use different values here. So we're gonna have to use 2.25 and 7600 and 2.34 and 7500. Right, so let's do that. Right, so this was part A, and the part B. So here's the part B. Alright, so demand. I'm gonna use the same notation so that hope that we don't get confused. Alright, so it's going to be, let's see, 7600 and at 2.25. Alright. Then we have x2 comma p2. Alright, so it's a 7500 at 2.34. Alright, so let's find the slope here. So slope m is going to be p2, which is 2.34, minus P1 is 2.25, and over, let's see, x2 would be 7500 minus x1 would be 7600. So you would get, so as before, 0.09 divided by, this is going to be negative 100. Right, so which means that it's going to be negative 0.0009. Right, so we can use the Poincare law form again. So it's going to be P minus P1, which is 2.25, which is equal to negative 0.0009, and times quantity x minus x1 is 7600. Alright, so let's distribute. So distribute negative 0.009 to x. We get negative, right, 0.0009x. Right, then we distribute this guy to negative 7600. So it's going to be at least positive. Right, so you have, let's see, I'm going to just multiply by 9, so it's going to be 0, 0. 6 times 9 is 54. Right, and let's see, 7 times 9 is 63, so you have a 68 here. Alright, then decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's going to be 6.84. Alright, then last step would be we can just add 2.25, so that we have P by itself is equal to negative 0.0009x plus, right, so 5 plus 4 is 9, and the 2 plus 8 is 10, so it's going to go up, and the 2 plus 6 is 8, and another 1, so it's going to be 9.09. Right, so let's type this guy in. Alright, so P is going to be negative 0.0009x and plus 9.09. Alright, let's check the answer. Alright, we got this one correctly. Alright, then we want to find the equilibrium points. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, let's do part C. We want to find the equilibrium points. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so we need to just set the price supply equation to a price demand equation. So let's go ahead and do that. So you have 0.000225x plus 0.6075. Right, this is equal to negative 0.0009x plus 9.09. Right, then you can simply add 0.0009x, and we would get let's see, add that there, so 0.1125x and plus 0.6075 is equal to 9.09. Right, then I'm going to subtract 0.6075. We get 0.001125x is equal to, alright, so what's that? The 9.09 minus 0.6075. Alright, so we have, let's see, it's going to be 5, 9 minus 7 is 2, 9, so 8 minus 0 is 8, and that will be 4 and 8. So it's 8 point, so you have 8 0.4825. Alright, then we just have to divide through by 0.001125. So we get x, which is equal to, alright, so I'm a little lazy. I'm going to go ahead and do it on GeoGebra. Alright, so I'm going to bring this guy over. Alright, so we want to do, actually it's too big, I can't see it. About this. Alright, so we want to do 8.4825 divided by 0.001125. Alright, so we'll see if it's a nice number. Alright, so this came out to be 7,075.40. Alright, so we got that. Then corresponding P, you can just find it by you can use either equation because it's going to be the same. So I'm going to use the bottom equation. So you have P is equal to, right, negative 0.0009 times 75440, right, plus 9.09. Right, I'm gonna actually do GeoGebra to do that one too. So we have negative 0.0009 times 75440 and plus 9.09. So this came out to be 2.3. So price is 2.3. Right. So let's type this guy in. Alright, so equilibrium point would be, so X is going to be 7540, and then you have $2.30. Alright, so let's check the answer. Alright, we got that. Alright, so the next one, we want to choose the correct graph. Alright, so you have three choices. Alright, so intersection would be at 7540. Alright, 7540. So A looks good. And let's see, 7540. Let's see, and a 2.3. So that's way too high. This is about to, so B is way too high. And C is way too high here because it has to be 2.3. So it's got to be part A is the graph A is the correct one. I had checked the answer. All right, we got that. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.